And here we go. Wow, that's really good. Oh, that's a winner. Hey folks, welcome back to the Rocking C Homestead. My name's Lance. I want to welcome you to our channel. And if you're new here, thank you for coming over and watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed, hey, click on that little button right down here. It says subscribe on it. And if there's that bell beside it, kick that notification bell. That lets you guys get notified there's a new video coming out. But probably you're here for one reason, and that's to learn how to make eggnog. And we have been, I guess, fermenting or preserving eggs for the last 4 weeks in anticipation of making eggnog. And it is finally time to actually make it. It's the 25th of November. We mixed up this, and if you guys haven't seen that video, put an iCard right up here on that video, and almost made 2 full segments of it here. In this video, we're only going to use probably one of these at this point. But as you can see, there's some separation of the eggs, and at this point, I've not opened these. These have been in cold storage for the last, 4 weeks, and you've seen there's a little separation, and that's perfectly fine. All we have to do is just mix this up real good. And get to the next part. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a huge blender, so I'm going to mix this up in a couple batches. The recipe calls for a full quart of the egg mixture mixed in with 6 cups of milk and a half cup of cream. So I'm just going to kind of cut that in half on all of them, throw that in there, and then of course you're supposed to put in some fresh nutmeg. Unfortunately, I don't have a nutmeg scraper and fresh nutmeg, so this is freshly ground from the store. So I'm sure one of the questions you have is this still good? Does it stink? Does it smell? Is it rancid? So this is the first time I've been cracking this open since I enclosed it. And it really doesn't. No off smell at all. This is awesome. Kind of smell the alcohol, but that's it. Awesome. Yeah, so we're going to take 2 cups of the egg mixture. This has all been stirred up. There we go. Then we're going to put 3 cups of milk in it. That looks about like 3 cups. I don't make a mess here. Then we're going to use a 1/4 cup of the cream. An 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg in here. Since I'm cutting everything in half. And then at this point, just going to blend it, see how it works. Smells great. Since there's no cooking of the eggs, the milk is already cold and the cream is already cold, I can actually drink this right now. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of nutmeg on top, make it look pretty. And here we go. Wow, that's really good. Oh, that's a winner. Now, the one thing good about this is if this is a little too strong, which there is a bit of a bite to it from the spiked version, but you could add more cream and more milk to it to kind of lighten that up to it, because there was a pretty heavy alcohol base to this. But I tell you, it tastes fantastic for eggnog. Well, as you can see, I have finished up processing all of the eggs into eggnog. I think we're going to end up about 2.5 gallons worth of eggnog. These are half-gallon containers, and then of course there's some room in there for the foam and everything that kind of gets mixed up in there. So I tell you, from what I've tasted, they taste really, really good. Better than any that you can buy at the store for sure. I do have some extra cream and milk left over, so I may try a non-alcoholic version of it for those that do not like the spiked version. I may be able to throw a little video together, maybe even do a taste test over the next couple days. We'll see. But for sure, I think this was definitely a win. This is the first time I've ever tried to like ferment or preserve anything kind of at our homestead, so this was pretty cool. We get a ton of eggs right now. Our ladies are still laying very, very well. You know, other than giving them away and eating them, this is a great way for us to use and consume them. So I have mixed these in with milk and the cream. I will have to put these in the refrigerator. I can no longer keep them in cold storage, and they will need to be consumed more than likely within the next week. The milk and the cream was all good until about December 7th, at least on the carton. So I do want to thank you guys for coming back, watching it this far in the video. If you haven't already, there's a little subscribe button down there, a little red button. Click that, click subscribe, and again, if you could, kick that notification bell. That lets you know that we have a new video coming up, because sometimes YouTube doesn't do a very good job of notifying you sometimes if you're not subscribed. Click that notification bell. But we do want to thank you for coming back, and we will catch you on the next one.